Hey guys, NCS Fan 001 here, welcoming you to another one of those weekly trophy list update videos. So I'm sorry that this is going to be an 8-day period of trophies instead of the typical 7 days, but I got really busy on Sunday night. We were boosting some Far Cry 2 stuff. I'll talk more about that as the video goes on, but that was the reason that kept me up kind of late and then didn't feel like doing a video after like recording it like midnight or something, because I get up at a normal time for work, but I have a long commute, so yeah. Anyway, this video will cover October 7th through 14th, so that would be Monday, October 7th through Monday, October 14th, so an 8-day period this time around. So this week was not overly productive in terms of trophies, but there are quite a few things I need to talk about in this video as for like upcoming future channel stuff. Got some, hopefully some good stuff coming up, but we'll talk more about that later. So first off, Destiny 2, I did not really do much in Destiny 2, but as it turns out, I was looking into the collections badge a little bit more. I think one of the collections badges literally only requires you to purchase the 20 legendary like clothing items from the base game, from the 4 base game planets. And if that's true, then why did I not do this like previously, and why did I not realize you could do it that way? If that's true, I'm not 100%, but I hope that's true. So if that's true, then I will be able to get that trophy, and I might also go for this one this weekend, so maybe try to get those 2 trophies both out of the way this weekend when I log on to the game like I normally do every week. I mean, I'm still going to probably buy any new exotics just because I kind of like having the collection of them, because I think it would be kind of cool to have full collections of exotics at some point. But I'll still have to do the raid, and I will still, of course, have to do the Triumph Seal. I still need to look a little bit more into that and see exactly what I want to do with that, because I mean, that's, you know, lowest priority, because this game's got a number of years left in its lifespan, so that's not a particularly high priority. I'll get it done someday, I hope, but it could be a while down the road. So, the first game I started working on this week, Far Cry 2. Yep, guys, I am going for it. That Platinum Trophy is pretty well named. So, this Platinum is far and away considered to be the hardest Far Cry game. In every way, this is the hardest Far Cry game. It has a huge amount of multiplayer that takes a crazy amount of time. It has a much harder single player than a lot of the others, though you can play the game on easy, which is a good thing. Now, I'm going to need to look at the trophy guide and see exactly which trophies are missable, because I know that a lot of the single player trophies are highly missable and take a really long time. So I'm going to be making a lot of backup saves and just being very careful, but I really need to look at the guide first, and I'll probably write out an order for myself to do everything so I keep track of everything. I do want to stream this game at some point, because I've heard some horror stories about the so-called realism of the game. Everything from getting jumped by enemies every 5 seconds, vehicles breaking down very quickly, weapons jamming and sometimes exploding in your hands when you use them too much. The way you heal wounds, I think, is different. The malaria pills and the whole malaria concept. Fire spreads like crazy, and I've seen a few of these in the multiplayer so far. So all of these trophies currently that I'm scrolling through now are single player, but the good thing is, like I said, you can do everything on easy, which is a good thing. That definitely makes life a little bit easier for the single player, because supposedly the enemies are also a lot smarter in this game, or a lot more aggressive at least. So all of those trophies are story-related. I'm kind of surprised they wouldn't hide the last few story-related trophies. This would have been an early game in the trophy world too, wouldn't it? Because this would have been like, what, 2008 or 2009? So it would have been a very early game in the trophy world. So it was probably one of the first early kind of hard platinums out there. So for the multiplayer, let's take a little overview of the multiplayer. The highest revives in a ranked match is very easy. You probably could have gotten that legitimately back in the day, because I think there were probably enough people playing it the first year or so, I feel like. Because it feels like they actually did try to put some effort into the multiplayer, as crazy as that sounds, because a lot of the maps actually look pretty decent by Far Cry standards, especially by 2008 standards. So really, and then even things like giving you a spawn immunity, which is something that I would love to see in Call of Duty, so that you'd have a few seconds of spawn immunity so you don't get killed by a spawn camper or something. but like, I feel like they actually legitimately tried to put effort into this game, but that they just kind of failed in a lot of places. And really, the multiplayer, it functions well enough for what it is. Like, it's not as broken as I expected it to be. It's got a lot of issues for sure, but it's not as bad as I was expecting it to be. So I am kind of happy about that. So the revive one, this one's very easy to boost though, but you need 3 total people to do it. So you can have yourself, an alt, and a third player or a second player. Because as far as I know, you can't have more than 2 PS3s playing the game at once, like on the same internet connection, or else you have to get a different internet connection. That's something I've read. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that's something that I've heard, and if that's true, then that's really, really stupid, and it makes self-boosting a little bit tougher because you can't self-boost everything that way. Reach rank 5, this is very, very easy. This is one of the first trophies you'd earn in the multiplayer. Win around as the captain in Uprising. In this mode, you have to capture 3 domination points while playing as the captain and then kill the enemy captain, but you can boost this very easily with just 2 consoles, because that's what I'm doing for a lot of this is boosting with 2 consoles. Highest XP in a match, that's going to come naturally during the boost. This is one of the 3 infamous trophies of the multiplayer. Win a match with 16 players. Now, it's not that it's necessarily that difficult to do, because that means 8 players on each team, so you need a total of 16 people to come in and play. Because you can finish an Uprising match in about 3 minutes, including load times and stuff. So this trophy can be done in under 10 minutes if everyone stays in the lobby and cooperates. So that's just the problem, though, is finding 16 people. I'm in a boosting group that's going to try to do it this coming weekend. If not, if we don't get it done then, though, we will get it done eventually. This may actually end up being the last trophy I get in multiplayer if we don't get it done this weekend. We'll have to see, though. Hopefully we do, because I'd like to get that one out of the way, because it's probably the most overall annoying one because of the amount of coordination it requires. This has to do with putting in your diamonds. Slot 3 diamonds into any class and you'll get this trophy very easy. You'll have to do it to unlock all the weapons anyway. Play a full round on every map and in every game mode. There's only 4 game modes, but there's 14 maps. And one annoying thing about this game, this is the probably worst part of it, is that every 3 to 4 matches, you have to have whoever's hosting quit out of the game and quit out of the game entirely to the XMB and come back, or else they will get an error after a while, and that error, it'll force you then to reset the lobby, but it can also mess with that player's progress. So what I've been doing to keep it safer is to host all the matches with my alt. So that should prevent my main account from having any stat tracking issues, but it is something to keep in mind, so be very careful with that. Reach rank 10 and even reaching rank 20 would most likely come naturally while going for the field manuals. 500 revives. This one doesn't take too long. I was boosting it with, it was me, Snickle, and an alt, and we both got the trophy in one night, so it wasn't too bad. You also, speaking of this trophy though, you also can't go above 1500 XP in a match, or else it'll screw up your stats, which is weird. I don't know, it's just weird. Warlord. This is the second really infamous trophy of the game, because reaching rank 30, reaching rank 20 would require 250,000 XP, which should unlock around the time you finish all the field manuals if you're going for these rank up trophies last. Warlord rank 30 requires 1.5 million XP, so 6 times that of rank 20. So you can imagine just how long that would take to self-boost. That would take just absurd amounts of time to self-boost. Thankfully, there exists a glitch in the game known as the Warlord glitch. And with the Warlord glitch, it basically involves you have to first get over 1500 XP in a match, then you have to D-rank every game, so you have to make sure not all of your diamonds have been slotted yet. As long as you have at least 1 open slot, you are good to go. And then just keep D-ranking yourself in every match until you get back to rank 1 and have 0 XP left. At that point, you quit out to the XMB, jump back into the game, and you will have been reset to level 30 with a negative XP. It's a really weird glitch. I don't really know why it's in there, but I'm very thankful that it is. Because now, if for some reason 11 years later, Ubisoft decided, oh hey, we're going to go back and we're going to fix this game and we're going to patch the helpful Warlord glitch, I went ahead and did it first because I just wanted to get it out of the way because it's theoretically the most time-consuming trophy if you manage to screw up somehow. So thankfully I got this done, and I actually de-leveled from 30 down to 20, 10, and then down to 20 and then 10. I had gotten to 5 previously. I ended up having to de-level a second time though, because if you quit out of the game for any reason or your game crashes or whatever, you'll reset back to 30. It's weird, but it doesn't actually reset your diamonds, which is also weird. But anyway, so I did it earlier than some. You can do it first or you can do it last. It's totally up to you. It's completely up to you. We'll skip that for a second. The map ones are both very easy. These don't take too long. This one's a little bit grindy, but it's really not that bad. You can do them both easily in a day, in a couple hours. This is the final really bad trophy from the multiplayer. You have to unlock all field manuals for all weapons in ranked matches. The field manuals require you to do one of 4 things, and each weapon has 1 to 4 total manuals. 1 to 3 total manuals, sorry, you never have to do all 4. So the objectives you have to do are headshots, kills, executions, or multi-kills. And some stupid things about this is that headshots count separately from regular kills. So you have to get the 100 headshots and the 100 kills for certain weapons. You can get kills and executions in the same, basically, life. So you can kill someone by knocking them down and then kill them, finish them off. But that is it's just weird. Again, it's a whole just crazy situation. It doesn't make any sense. But, the good thing about this is that all but 5 total field manuals can be boosted with just one other player. I've already finished a few of them. The problem ones are the 5 explosive weapons, which are, I want to say it's the M79 grenade launcher, the IED, which is literally a portable nuke in this game. It's ridiculously powerful. It's, hilarious. The RPG, the Carl Gustav, I'm not sure what that is, I haven't looked at it yet, and the MGL. So you have to get 100 multi-kills with each of the first 4 and 250 multi-kills with the MGL. So to get multi-kills, you again need a third person. But thankfully, it's only those 5, and you can, if you're effective about it, you can do each weapon in about 4 matches. So it's not as bad as it could have been. It's still really annoying, especially since you can't have 3 PS3s on the same internet connection, because if you could, then I would probably consider going out and getting a third PS3. But, really that's not going to be an issue nowadays, because the only other games I want to boost that require a lot of people, like, Red Dead only requires more than 2 people for a couple trophies plus the co-op. Resident Evil 6 only requires it for 2 trophies. I'm just going to find someone else that has 2 PS3s for Resident Evil 5, etc. So, and then the other game I played this week was, I worked a little bit more on Nier Automata. I was slacking on this a lot because I was working on Far Cry 2, just trying to, start getting done with those crazy multiplayer trophies. So, I think, oh wait, I actually got this trophy last week. I wonder why I forgot to get rid of the trophy image. Oh well. I progressed a little bit more through the story, completed the copied city, which is, I think we're near the end of the game. Because there's the abandoned factory and then the ending. So yeah, we're pretty near the end of the first playthrough. Then you have multiple other playthrough-related trophies, so there's quite a bit of time left to go. Otherwise, I haven't gotten the 100 bodies collected, but this is I think, the first trophy you can actually buy from the trophy shop, because everything from here on can be bought in the trophy shop. I want to see how many. I'm sure I'll get at least a few of them done normally, though. And then I did unlock another trophy. Where is it? No, I got that one. Okay, this one. Have 100,000 credits, G, whatever you want to call it, in your possession. Very easy. That one will probably come naturally unless you're really spending money like crazy. So, not too bad. So again, I'm liking Nier Automata a lot. I think it's a pretty solid game. It's actually fun to play. It's got kind of an interesting story. Sometimes the way the camera moves and the way the controls work while moving the camera around a lot can be a little weird because of some of the perspectives, but overall it's a very, very good game that I'm enjoying a lot so far. Unfortunately, it's a GameFly game, so I should really probably try to make some progress on it and stop wasting time, because I've had this game for like 2 weeks and I'm still nowhere near being done with it. So, with that, the actual trophy numbers for the week: level 69, 49%, 17,197 total trophies, 403 platinums, 2,297 golds, 4,413 silvers, 10,084 bronzes. So, we are far from the end of the video, though, so this might actually end up being a longer one. So, I have a few different things I want to talk about here. First off, Fallout recipes are coming back. I actually have now finished recording the next episode, episode 10. I think it's actually edited too, so it could be out on Thursday. Great. It's a remake of classic Nuka-Cola from my failed first attempt, and this attempt has arguably an even bigger fail in it that required another remake. You'll get to see that soon. And the next recipe I'm going to do is I'm also going to remake Nuka Cherry because I need both of those sodas for a later recipe. Or for like 2 or 3 other recipes that I want to make soon. So yeah, I'm going to have a few different videos like that to look forward to in the future. So that's going to be fun, making a few more recipes. I don't know how many I'm going to end up making in the book because the ingredients can get a little expensive sometimes, but it's fun to do, it's fun to try out, and I'm sure I'll try at least a few more once I finish the ones that are based on the Nuka-Cola. The drinks are usually easier to make because the ingredients are easier to get and it takes less time. So that's one thing. Then another series coming up is I've talked previously about doing a series where I would review the trophy lists for an entire series of games, like Call of Duty, which won the first vote. That is still happening. However, when you guys picked Call of Duty, I decided it made more sense just to wait until after Modern Warfare came out instead of having to basically do a redaction and reissue of it at some point down the line, like a month later, just because the game came out. So once Modern Warfare comes out, I will work on that video. I'll try to get all the footage captured first to where I'll just need to do a script for it, and we'll be good to go. So yeah, that's still coming, but it's not going to come until after Modern Warfare releases and its trophy list comes out. I'm curious to see if that initially leaked trophy list turns out to be accurate because of the Spec Ops being a PS4 exclusive for a year. Because it would kind of make sense, unless you were going to give just totally different trophy lists versus the achievement list. I don't know, I guess we'll see. So that's another update. Then another video-related update is I actually downloaded my streams of my Fallout Challenge runs, and I'm going to try to make like a video, a commentated video of each of them. They're going to take a while to make just because it's a lot of footage to sort through, and I have to write a script and everything with it. So it can be kind of time consuming, but I think it'll be fun to do. So the first one was my 10mm only run of Fallout New Vegas. So that video, the video is mostly edited down and the script is written. I just have to record it. I might actually do that after this video. So that's another thing in the future. And finally, the last update is on my current planned schedule for the upcoming future for other games to play. So throughout October, I'm going to continue working on Far Cry 2. I'm probably not going to get it done this month, but I'll make any progress that I can. Then I want to do Resident Evil 5 on PS3 as well. So once again, if anyone has 2 PS3s with 2 copies of the game, please hit me up and we can boost it together. There's only 4 trophies we would need to boost that way. The 30 wins in Team Slayers, the 30 wins in Team Survivors, and the 2 trophies specific to those game modes. So it probably wouldn't take more than a few sessions to do and could get it out of the way pretty quickly. So then in November, I want to do Killzone Shadowfall and Killzone Shadowfall Intercept, along with, finishing up Far Cry and Resident Evil 5. December, I want to look at Red Dead 1 and at least do the non-co-op trophies that are left. Most of them are pretty easy. The only really bad one is the Poker Ace trophy. Not looking forward to that one. Not sure when I'll even be able to do it. And then, as well as Resident Evil 6, but I don't even think I actually own the DLC yet, which is kind of funny, so I will need to do that and look at that. But I know that most of the trophies are pretty easy. It's time-consuming, but it's not really difficult to do at all when boosted. And then, starting in the first few months of 2020, so January through March, I'd like to hit on Black Ops 2, Advanced Warfare PS4, and Battlefield 3. And at some point, I still got to go back and do Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. Hopefully, they will fix it someday, or I'm going to just have to start asking them or sending in support requests over and over again until they either block me or fix it, which could happen. And then from like April through December of next year and beyond that, I would work on things like Call of Duty Ghosts, Destiny 1, GTA 5, Destiny 2, which I'll still continue working on the side, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, Uncharted 4, The Division, COD World War 2, Resident Evil 7, COD Classic, Hasbro Family Game Night, because I want to finish up the remaining non-online trophies because I'd like to get it as close to 100% as possible, and Shadow of the Colossus, PS3, as well as Uncharted 3, because supposedly there's still a few trophies you can get in completely offline co-op and, like, you know, split-screen co-op. So if that's true, I wouldn't mind trying to get a couple more trophies done in that. They'd take a while, but it would be kind of nice to get the completion up just a little bit more, if at all possible. So that's that. Now, one other game I want to bring up is Wolfenstein 09. So I said I wanted to do that game because it's only about a 15-hour grind in the multiplayer, which isn't that bad. You know, it's really not that bad in terms of time. The problem is, I was listening in to a couple people in the Discord trying to boost it this past week, and a lot of people have problems with their stats not saving, and a lot of other really bad glitches in the game. So stats not saving and a glitch to get to level 50 not working. So yeah, upon hearing all that, I think I'm gonna give that one a pass. I don't think it's worth sitting through all that mess to deal with for... I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to have another Wolfenstein game done, and that one's a pretty rare platinum, but I don't really want to sit through that kind of a broken multiplayer, in all honesty, because Far Cry 2 is going to be enough for the rest of my life in this kind of a multiplayer situation. So, yeah. That's just my thought on that. That's most likely what's going to end up happening with Wolfenstein 09. I don't really, like I said, I don't intend to start it. Whatever, you know, I mean, if I don't ever do it, who cares? It's not a big deal, because it's not on my list yet, so it doesn't really matter. So, with that, that is going to be the end of this week's trophy update. I got through all my channel updates and stuff pretty quickly. I'm surprised. So, this coming week, I will continue to boost Far Cry 2. So, currently, in terms of the multiplayer stuff, the 3-player stuff, I mean, the revives are fully done. We both got those done. And one of the multi-kill weapons is done, and a second one is almost done. So I could finish the multi-kills by the end of the week. We'll have to see, and I would love to get War Party done this weekend. Please check out the session on PSN Profiles if you are interested in doing War Party or would be willing to help out other people that need to do it, because we need quite a few more gamers to have a full lobby for it. So yeah, please check that out if you're interested, but that's the game I want to play along with Nier Automata. Maybe I'll pick up an easy platinum somewhere, we'll have to see. And hopefully Fallout 76 will, because I'm looking at it on the bottom of the screen there, it's approaching year 2, so hopefully that means we're going to get the massive updates with, you know, human NPCs and all that kind of stuff soon. And hopefully, though, it doesn't add in any new trophies, because I just want to get to level 100 with whatever the new DLC is, or a double XP weekend, get to level 100, kill the Scorch Beast Queen, and be done with the game forever. That would be ideal. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, sorry it was a day late, but we were boosting Far Cry 2 and making actually decent progress on the multi-kills. So, I will see you guys later this week for a couple of streams, and hopefully a Fallout recipe video, and hopefully in the near future, some of those other series that I mentioned.